Oh my goodness, my dreamers. They call me the queen of passive income, and I'm definitely on fire this year so far, with over $20,000 in passive investment income so far. Holy smokes! Today I'll show you dividend income for February 2023 and how the options I'm doing are starting to add up. And at the end, I'll share with you what I'm doing right this minute as this video drops, and as you're watching it. It's going to be a mind-bending exercise. So, are you ready for an action-packed session with me, your very own Dividend Dream Girl? Let's dive in so I can show you how it's all coming along. So here we are in the spreadsheet, and you can see that in February 2023, I made $6,092.81 in dividends. And in January, I made $10,200.55. Just from my dividend income. And if I scroll back a little bit, you can see how those amounts compare to the same market basket of stocks in the previous month. Now, just to let you know, I've done a tremendous amount of housekeeping inside of my portfolios just in the last 30 days. So there's going to be a little bit of jostling over the next couple of months before we start to get into a steady state for the rest of the year for dividends. And you can see that a little bit here with a slight $50 or so dip from November to February. And so as we dig into February, you can see that the biggest weeks were week 1 with $1,760, week 2 with $2,525, and week 3 with just over $1,000. So looking at the specifics, you can see that I got $692.82 from Verizon and just over $900 from AT&T. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I took down AT&T, and the last time the payout was about $1,400. So I've shaved about $500 off of this dividend and redistributed it. And that's one of the reasons why the payout from this month is a little bit less than the equivalent payout last quarter for all of my stocks. All right, let's keep going. So here is PTY, which is a bond fund. And in general, I don't like bond funds, but bonds have been really beaten up lately. And I think there's an opportunity to actually ride this thing back. And I covered this a little bit in my high yield video that I did recently. So if you're interested, take a look at that. But in any case, for PTY, I've got $76.62, and this is a monthly payer. Next, I have one of my payouts of Devo at $17. All right, now I've got General Mills at $11.66. I've got Bristol Myers Squibb at just over $10, $34.71 from EBF, and just under $9 from TD. As we go into week 2, you can start to see my giant position of BTI that just continues to grow. In total, the payout was $2,435.20. I am loving what I'm seeing with BTI right now, and the price is right. So I can't help myself but continue to add shares here and there. And the next payout you'll see is from JEPI at $85.24. Now, you probably recall I'm not a huge fan of JEPI, but it does act as a kind of a nice cash infusion. So I'm using it for that reason right now, as we continue along this very volatile, very bumpy sideways market. And potentially when the time is right, I might shift some of these dollars elsewhere. And next we have Lowe's at $5. And then going into week 3, I got just over $200 from CFG, just over $424 from AbbVie, $55.46 from Stag, $289.61 from my favorite REIT, ticker symbol O, just over $64 from Texas Instruments, $26.83 from Procter & Gamble, just around $10 from Abbott Labs, and this reoccurring $8 from Apple Hospitality. And then we have the other, much bigger Apple, kicking over about $3. And as we round out the month, you'll see $259 from Sunoco, just over $37 from Shaw, SJR. Here's the rest of that Devo payout at $148. I've got BDJ, which I've been building up recently, at $86.44. Another very small bond fund, which I've been using as my canary in the coal mine over the last year to find the bottom. And that's one of the reasons why I dove into PTY. I got just over $7 from Royal Bank of Canada, and finally, $174.25 from BST. And that rounds out February. But in addition to the dividends, here is the other part of my developing story. In a recent video, I showed you a batch of options that I did recently. And so in January, I really started teaching myself, and I actually reached out to someone on Twitter, and he shared his amazing strategy with me. And I started getting my feet wet in options in January and made about $1,400. But then in February, I really turned on the juice and was able to do it every single week in a very low stress, low risk way. And I made $3,000. And so over the last 2 months, I've made almost $4,400 in addition to my dividends. Which, as you know, I've been trying to find ways to ramp up income this year so that I can accelerate my path to that $100,000 passive income goal that I have. But let's take a look at how this has impacted my cumulative passive income chart. So, check this out, guys. You've got 2021 in blue, which, for example, in February, I made $6,903 in February in dividends in 2021. And in 2022, I made $11,744 just in dividends. So this year, cumulatively, I am up to $16,293 just in dividends. But when you add in the options income, which is really just scraping the cream off the top, in total, I have made $20,693.23. And when you take a step back and really look at this graph, that is going to be quite the accelerator towards my $100,000 goal. So just imagine if I ended the year with $75,056 just in dividend income in 2022. Where in the world will I be if I continue this strategy all year long? And remember, this is just the income I get off of my stock investments. So I'm excited, guys. I think this is a winning strategy, and I can't wait to see where we net out. Will I make it to potentially even above $100,000 at the end of this year? That would be incredible. And I wonder, where are you on your investing journey? And what percentage of your passive income monthly comes from options versus dividends? I'd be really curious. Feel free to talk to me in the comments about that. I'd love to see it. Okay, finally, what am I doing right now that is a mind-bending exercise? Well, it's likely Friday the 10th, so I'm at my second residence, which is on a lake. I'm likely relaxing on the deck with my Dividend Dream mug. But here's the deal. Are you ready? I rent this place out to a relative full-time, so I get income from it. In addition, you are watching this video, so I'm getting income from the advertising. And if you click on the Seeking Alpha link in the description, I'll get income from that too. And today, I'll also get dividends from IBM and UPS. And it's a Friday, so many of my options that I set up at the beginning of the week will expire too. And I'll cement the total profit I get from those premiums. At least that's how I think about it. I'll also get a direct deposit from my active income source. So I ask you, what are all your income streams? How many do you have that are active and passive? How can you level up, set goals, and start the process today on a journey of financial freedom? Those are the questions I'm asking you to ask yourself. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this dividend income update. And as always, I encourage you to do your own research, then implement and learn by putting it into practice. As a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, so keep in mind these videos are for entertainment and inspiration only. I'll see you on the flip side.